Mikey, honey, are you doing okay?
What is it, Mom? And I told you to stop calling me that childish nickname.
But you used to love that nickname.
When I was 5, maybe.
I just miss those days.
So what do you want? Anything wrong?
I just worry about you working so hard at your company every day.
I'm fine. The work isn't an issue.
Are you eating properly? Getting enough sleep?
I said I'm fine.
But you need to understand how special you are to me and how worried I am about you.
Mom, please, not this again.
Is it wrong for a mother to worry?
It is when you're trying to guilt trip me.
I would never.
You do it all the time.
But you work such long hours.
I can take care of myself.
But you'll always be my little Mikey. You're always going to be my sweet little boy.
I'm almost 30. Please stop with that.
Why are you so cold to me lately?
I'm not cold. I'm just an adult.
Well then, don't call me Mom. Call me Mommy like you used to.
What?
It would make me so happy.
No, I can't do that. Anyway, can we move past the childhood memories?
But they're precious to me. Anyway, I prefer Mommy, so until you start calling me Mommy again, I'm going to keep calling you Little Mikey.
Fine, whatever. It's pointless arguing. Do whatever you want. Can we get to the point? What do you need? Let me guess, is it more money?
Actually, yes. This month is tight again.
Every month seems to be tight lately.
Living costs keep rising.
For everyone else too, but somehow people manage, you know.
But the bills keep piling up.
They didn't pile up before?
Everything is so expensive now.
More expensive than last month?
Things have just been difficult.
But I sent you $1,000 at the start of this month.
I know, and I'm grateful for that, but...
Are you? Because it sounds like you want even more money.
That should have covered the utilities at least. Everything is getting more expensive these days.
You keep saying that.
Because it's true.
What happened to that money?
Bills are higher than expected.
Show me the bills then.
The heating bill was shocking.
But it's not even winter yet.
They're always higher than expected these days.
That's not an explanation.
Well, actually, your father's company is really in trouble. He might get fired before retirement.
What? Dad has contributed so much to the company. He created hit products and successfully launched new divisions.
The company just doesn't care about loyalty anymore.
That doesn't sound right. Dad just got a bonus last year.
Things change quickly in business.
How quickly could things change?
You don't understand corporate politics.
I work at a company too. I understand plenty about these situations.
Things just change so quickly.
What exactly is happening at his company?
New management doesn't appreciate experience as they used to. The situation has completely changed.
What changed? Dad never mentioned any of this.
That's all in the past. Recently, he's been leaving work right on time, and his salary has gone down.
Really? What does Dad say about this?
He barely talks about work anymore.
That's not like him at all.
People change.
Not that quickly.
Maybe you don't know him as well as you think.
I think I do.
Your father's the type who treats work like a hobby. He just says everything's fine, and he gets in a bad mood whenever I ask about the company.
Since when?
Recently.
How recently?
A few months.
Maybe I should ask him about the situation myself.
Don't! He'll know I told you.
Why would that matter?
Because he'd be embarrassed.
Why are you so worried about that?
It would hurt his pride.
Dad's never been the prideful type.
People change when they're struggling.
You keep saying that.
He's very sensitive about work right now. Trust me, I know your father.
I won't mention you told me. I'll bring it up casually.
He might get depressed if you bring it up.
Dad, depressed? Now I'm really getting worried.
See? That's why I didn't want to tell you.
All the more reason to talk to him.
No. You absolutely can't ask right now. It's not the right time.
When would be the right time?
Just not now.
You're being unusually insistent about this.
Because I care about your father.
There's more going on.
It's complicated.
Then explain it!
I can't.
I think Dad would give me an honest answer.
Actually, things aren't good between your father and me.
What?
We've been having problems.
What kind of problems?
We've been growing apart.
Since when?
We haven't been connecting lately.
That seems sudden.
These things build up over time. We actually might be getting a gray divorce.
No way, that doesn't sound like Dad at all.
Marriage is complicated, honey.
You two seemed fine at New Year's.
Things aren't always what they seem.
You were both laughing together.
We put on a good face for you. There's history you don't know about.
What history?
It's painful to talk about.
Tell me anyway.
You might not know this, but your father had an affair in the past.
Really? Like you said, Dad's a workaholic. When would he have had time to do such a thing?
Men always find time for these things.
That's not an answer.
Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
You keep saying trust me.
Because I'm your mother. The pain never goes away.
This seems like a big accusation.
I wouldn't lie about this. Well, he found the time to have an affair, didn't he? And now it feels just like it did back then.
What feels the same?
The distance between us.
I see. But nothing's confirmed, right?
A wife knows about these things.
But that's not evidence, though.
Don't underestimate a wife's intuition. Do you know how long I've been with your father?
Well, yes, but
30 years isn't enough experience?
experience at what?
I can sense these things.
But that's not concrete evidence, Mom!
Why are you taking his side?
I'm not taking sides. I'm just trying to understand the situation.
It sounds like you are. Anyway, I can't rely on your father right now, and it's awkward to talk about money. So could you please increase the monthly support for a little while?
But it's already been about 6 months since I started sending money.
I know it's a burden.
Then why ask for more?
Because I have no choice. Please, just until the end of this year.
What? Until the end of the year? That might be difficult.
Why?
Well, I'm actually thinking about getting married.
What? My Mikey has a girlfriend?
That's right.
But you never mentioned anyone.
Well, yeah.
How long has this been going on?
Long enough.
That's not an answer.
Would I mention marriage if it wasn't?
But marriage is a big step.
I know that.
When do I get to meet her?
I need to make sure you'll be supportive first.
What does that mean?
Exactly what it sounds like.
Of course I will be.
Really? No criticism?
When have I ever been critical?
Actually, I was planning to introduce her soon.
How soon is soon?
Within the next few weeks.
That's very sudden.
We've been dating for 2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
And you never told me?
Now you know why.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what it means.
Anyway, let me know when you decide on a date. We'll need to tell your father, too.
Yeah, I'll let you know once the date is set. Mom, where are you now?
At home?
No, I mean, I'm at home too.
Oh.
I came to discuss wedding plans.
Well, you should have called first.
I did 3 times already.
Did you? I must have missed them.
How did you miss 3 calls?
My phone must have been on silent.
Well?
Oh, well, I was just having dinner with a neighbor.
Which neighbor?
Mrs. Smith from next door.
Why did you just lie?
It wasn't a lie. I just made a mistake.
A mistake about where you are?
I was flustered.
By what?
Your sudden visit. Then you should have at least told Dad where you were going. He said he doesn't know where you are. Oh, really? I thought I already told him.
Well, he's wondering where you are. By the way, I talked to Dad about work and everything seems to be normal, so there's nothing to worry about.
Did you mention about the money? I told you it was a secret. Your father doesn't know about it.
Why are you so panicked about this?
I'm not panicked.
No, I didn't mention about the money, but something still seems off.
What do you mean? Nothing is off.
Dad seems perfectly fine at work.
He's hiding it from you.
He got a promotion last week.
What?
You didn't know?
He didn't tell me.
Strange that he wouldn't mention anything about it to you.
We've been busy. Anyway, please just don't bring up anything about money. Even in families, there are things we don't want others to know about.
Like what things?
Just things.
That's concerning.
What's concerning about privacy?
The secrecy is what's concerning.
Every family has secrets.
Should they?
You're being naive.
Well, I'm planning to talk to Dad about money soon.
But you promised not to say anything. Why?
Because I need to.
No, please don't. When?
After the wedding introduction.
Isn't that next week?
Yes, but it's an important matter. Amy and I are thinking about moving in together and combining our finances, so things need to be discussed.
What? You're moving too fast.
We've been together for 2 years.
2 years isn't that long.
It's long enough to know.
Living together before marriage and sharing money?
We're planning to get married by the end of the year.
That soon?
Why wait?
You need to think this through.
We've thought this through carefully.
But we haven't approved of the marriage yet.
I didn't realize I needed approval from you.
Of course you do.
At my age?
You're still our son. We're family.
What, you're gonna oppose my marriage?
Whether we oppose or approve will be decided after we meet her.
That sounds like a threat.
It's not a threat, it's parental concern.
I've told you before, Amy is a wonderful person. She's too good for me, really.
Just don't make decisions about living together or sharing finances before getting our approval.
Mom, I'm not asking for permission from you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Even if you oppose it, I still want to marry Amy. That won't change.
You're being very disrespectful to me.
No, I'm being honest with you.
Honesty without respect is just cruelty.
Now you're concerned about honesty?
What does that mean?
Nothing. Forget it.
A marriage opposed by parents never works out. Wait for our approval before making any plans. Don't get carried away making decisions just between the two of you.
I need to go. Amy's calling.
We're not done discussing this.
Yes, we are.
Remember what I said about the money?
We'll talk after the introduction.
And don't mention anything to your father.
Goodbye, Mom.
Michael, I'm sorry.
Amy, where are you? You suddenly disappeared and my parents are worried. Your shoes are gone, so you left our house, right?
I just couldn't stay there any longer.
What happened? Are you safe?
I'm in a taxi heading home.
What's wrong? I need to know why you left.
Sorry, but our wedding needs to be canceled.
What? Why?
I tried to be polite, but I can't tolerate with this.
Please tell me what happened.
Your family is too much. I'm usually not picky about things, but that was beyond acceptable.
What was? Was it me? Or did my parents do something rude? You can tell me anything. Please don't make decisions like this alone. We need to talk.
I just had to get out of there. I feel sick just thinking about it.
Just tell me straight what happened.
You were there.
At dinner? You can tell me anything.
Well, yes. It's like different values, or rather, different eating habits.
Different eating habits?
The rice. I can barely type this.
What about the rice?
I thought I was imagining it at first.
Imagining what? What do you mean?
The rice your mother served. You and your father were eating it normally, right?
Yes. Was something wrong?
You didn't notice anything strange?
No. What was wrong with it?
Did you look at what they served me?
No, I was focused on my own food.
Please go check my bowl.
Your bowl isn't here anymore.
Of course she got rid of it.
What are you talking about?
I've never experienced anything like it. I thought it was mixed grain rice, but all the brown things were insects.
What?
It was probably small beetles or something.
That can't be right. Are you absolutely sure?
I know what I saw. I tried so hard not to scream. I'm tearing up just thinking about it.
No, wait, it wasn't mixed grain rice?
That's what I thought at first too, but mine wasn't. Look carefully.
I'm looking at mine now, but it's just mixed grain rice.
No way! It was full of insects.
Even I can't stand insects, so I would be able to notice them. There's no way they're in the rice.
Please, you have to believe me. Just look at my bowl, the one that was served to me. Look carefully so your mom doesn't notice.
Okay. Wait, your bowl is gone. Hold on, I'll check the trash. There's rice that's been thrown away.
So, did you find it?
This can't be.
See? Insects, right?
I'm so sorry, Amy. You're right, but why? Only Dad's and my bowls were normal. I just don't understand.
Maybe your mom put them in as spite? You mentioned she can be difficult sometimes. She still calls you childish nicknames, and maybe she didn't want to lose her precious son. Or maybe there's something that would be problematic if we got married. I don't know.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't have said that.
No, keep going.
There's more.
This is unforgivable.
So, if I have to continue to deal with your mother, I need to reconsider the marriage.
What? No, please don't give up on our relationship just because of her.
I don't want to, but
We could work this out.
I do care about you so much, but
We can find a way.
how?
I don't know yet, but we will.
But
Amy, I'm willing to cut ties with my mother.
what? But isn't your family struggling? You're even sending them money.
I can't forgive her for doing this to you, but please wait a little. There's something I need to check about this situation.
Something to check? About what?
The whole story about my family feels wrong now.
What story?
Everything she's told me.
About your father?
About everything. Trust me, there's more going on here.
More than the rice?
Much more, I think.
What are you going to do?
I'll tell you everything when it's done, and I'm really sorry about today, but please trust me and wait.
Mikey, you've broken up with Amy, right?
Why would you think that?
She left so suddenly. That was definitely not a good first impression.
Yes, she did.
Well, she left during the wedding introduction. Your father's been in a bad mood ever since. He ignores me when I try to talk to him. It's like he can't even hear me.
I see.
He's being very difficult.
Well, I wonder why.
So, Mikey, honey, I have a favor to ask. Your father apparently lost some money in investments, and we need $30,000. Could you lend me some of your wedding savings? It's fine since the wedding isn't happening anymore, right?
What? Was that your plan all along?
What plan?
I won't lend you anything.
But we're family.
Family doesn't do what you did.
What do you mean? We haven't approved of the marriage yet.
Only you haven't approved because it would be troublesome for you if I got married, right?
I don't understand what you mean.
Let me be clearer then.
What?
You put insects in Amy's rice during the introduction dinner, didn't you?
What? How dare you? I did no such thing.
Still denying it?
Where's your proof?
You want proof?
I would never do that. How could you accuse me?
You're still lying.
So that woman told such lies? How horrible. I worked so hard to cook dinner for Amy, and behind that quiet face, she's the type to tell such lies. Those are the most untrustworthy kind of women.
Stop lying.
I'm just defending myself.
Are you really?
You believe her over your own mother?
Yes, I do.
After everything I've done for you?
The untrustworthy one is you, Mom. The rice in Amy's bowl, I checked it right away.
Huh?
Nothing to say.
What evidence?
Do you want to see the photos?
What photos?
The ones I took of everything. All proof.
photos can be misleading.
Are they?
Oh my, oh dear, were there really insects? Well, who would have thought? Things aren't always what they seem. I'm sorry about that.
So now you're sorry?
But it wasn't intentional.
Keep going.
It just happened by accident.
Really?
It wasn't on purpose.
Multiple insects by accident, and they somehow got to the bottom of a bowl?
I just didn't notice.
Are you saying you didn't notice when you served it to Amy?
I guess I was just distracted.
By what?
Because I was busy with all the dinner preparations. These things happen.
No, they don't!
Well?
And why did you throw away only Amy's rice right away?
Well, I was angry that she left in the middle of dinner.
That's not it.
What do you mean?
You didn't want me to get married, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's true. But you see, I just thought you could find someone better than her.
Another lie.
What do you mean?
The real reason is because you've been spending Dad's savings.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what.
I don't understand.
Stop pretending.
What do you mean?
I know everything.
You don't know anything.
Want me to tell you what I know?
You're imagining things.
Every transfer.
What transfers?
Every withdrawal.
Stop this!
Every lie.
You were investigating me?
Playing dumb won't help. I've already told Dad about this.
No! What exactly did you tell him?
I told him everything.
You had no right.
As his son, I had every right.
This is between us.
No, it's between you and Dad.
You shouldn't have interfered.
I'm coming over to our house today.
What?
We need to talk about what happens next.
There's nothing to talk about.
Dad says he has something to tell you, too.
Mikey, honey, please, forgive me. I was wrong. I'm really sorry.
Just stop it.
Please, just listen. I made a mistake.
I won't forgive you.
I'll approve of the marriage now. I'll apologize to Amy, too.
It's too late for that.
I can fix this.
You can't fix trust.
Please give me a chance.
Some things can't be fixed.
I can make it right.
There's no need. I'll never let you meet her again. I was gonna marry her even with your opposition anyway.
You can't do this to me.
Watch me.
You're being cruel.
Am I?
After everything I've done for you,
Like what exactly?
I raised you. And now your father is going to divorce me.
Good.
What? How can you say that to your own mother?
You brought this on yourself, having an affair and giving money to your lover and using Dad's savings to do it? Over $50,000 spent, and you were desperately trying to replace it. That's when you came up with the idea to emotionally manipulate me into sending you money.
You don't understand.
I understand perfectly.
It wasn't like that.
Then what was it like? Just explain it.
Wait, it wasn't an affair. I was just lending him money.
More lies?
He really needed help. He was in trouble.
There you go, lying again. How can you lie so easily? I told you I investigated your lover, too. When I suggested reducing the settlement amount, he told me everything. He's married, too. Really, you're almost 60. How stupid can you be?
You don't know how lonely I've been.
So you just stole Dad's money?
I was going to pay it back.
When?
Soon. I'm sorry. I'll apologize.
This isn't something that can be fixed with an apology. Targeting my money, putting insects in Amy's food to ruin the marriage? You're truly the worst.
I've ended things with him.
So what?
I ended it myself.
After you were caught.
I'll get a part-time job and properly pay back the money. So please, help convince your father.
Why should I?
Look, I've been a housewife all my life. I can't even imagine getting divorced now.
You should have thought of that.
I've never really been out in society. I don't think I can live alone.
That's not my problem.
Who else can I turn to?
You should have thought about that before having an affair and using Dad's money. And you told me Dad had an affair before, but that was actually about you, wasn't it? Dad told me this happened before. Back then, the other man was married too, and Dad had to pay settlement money to his wife. You're truly garbage. Don't you feel any remorse toward Dad who forgave you the first time?
But he was persistent and I couldn't refuse.
More excuses?
You don't understand.
Making excuses like that just shows what trash you are. You hurt Dad again by repeating the same thing, and you deserve this divorce.
You don't understand how hard marriage is.
I understand loyalty.
Marriage is complicated.
Loyalty isn't.
What about my life?
What about Dad's life?
Please, if your father divorces me, I'll have nowhere to live. Help me.
That's easy to solve.
What?
Work yourself to the bone.
What do you mean?
Stop acting like some tragic heroine and spend the rest of your life working to pay everything back. Cut back on food and sleep, sacrifice your health, and work like a horse.
But I'm too old for that.
You weren't too old to have an affair.
That's different.
How?
Please, there must be another way.
There isn't.
I can't live like this.
Listen well. If you thought I'd keep doing whatever you want, you're dead wrong. I tried to live up to expectations as an only child, but there's no need to do that for someone who won't even act like a proper parent.
But I am a proper parent.
Listen up. You're gonna be kicked out by Dad, pay settlement money, return all the money you squeezed out of me, over $1,000 per month, and pay compensation to Amy too!
That's impossible.
Take out loans if you have to, but you're paying it all back to us.
That's too much.
You found money for your lover.
That was different.
Don't underestimate me. I may be in administration, but I work at a law firm. There are plenty of lawyers willing to help me after hearing my story. Plus, Amy's father is a police officer. Don't even think about running away or trying to weasel out of this.
You wouldn't do this to your own mother.
Watch me.
You can't be serious.
I am.
No, please. I promise I'll never have another affair or borrow money again.
Like last time?
This time is different.
Your promises mean nothing.
I mean it this time. I can change.
You had your chance to change 20 years ago.
People make mistakes. Give me one more chance. Michael, please.
Don't message me again.
I have nowhere else to go.
You should have thought of that before.
What about all our years together?
You destroyed them. Never contact me, Amy, or Dad again. You can discuss the rest with the lawyers.
But I'm still your mother. Please, I won't do this again. Trust me.
Trust has to be earned.
I'll earn it back.
You're the least trustworthy person in the world to us. Goodbye. My mother repeatedly apologized to my father, but he wouldn't forgive her, and their divorce was finalized a month later. He demanded settlement money from both mother and her lover. Of course, Amy and I made our claims as well. Since my mother's parents had already passed away, she sought help from her brother, my uncle, but I had already told him everything, so he wouldn't even let her into his house. Sometime later, we got a call from the police that she had been caught shoplifting, but we refused to act as her guarantor. Money was deposited into the account, so she probably borrowed from loan sharks. I imagine she's not living a very good life. I hope she spends the rest of her life in regret.